How long do you think it'll take to lockpick this trailer and steal all the stuff in it?
5 minutes.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I got a key. We can do it in one. All right, guys. This is the actual start of the video.
Okay. Great start.
Sorry. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, where we wanted to introduce something new that we'll be bringing to events that we go to. As you know, we do a lot of traveling throughout the summer, and we go to a lot of various racing events, and we have been traveling further and further for said racing events. Now, most cases, when we break something, which, I mean, that never happens, but it's been happening more frequently because we're trying to push more power out of our trucks, and as we're still getting them fine-tuned and refined, it would be nice to have a fully loaded, outfitted, basically mobile workshop to be able to be better prepared so that we don't ever have to make a second trip back to the shop to get a truck back home, or just have to come back to get a trailer, period, to be able to get a truck home. So, introducing our little mobile workshop. Now, we do have plans to get a bigger trailer or a race trailer that we can also fit the race truck in once it is done. That'll be for next year because we've got some big things going on next year as well. But we are also going to make this available to you guys. So let's say you're at an event, you're a racer, you're in the burnout pit, you're doing dirt drags, and you break down, you break something, you break a track bar weld. You can come up to us, come say hi, be like, hey, I just broke my truck. I need some tools. What do you got? We'll loan you some tools. If I have time and I'm not super busy, we're waiting, sitting around, waiting for the next round, I'll even come help you out. You spend so much time and effort to be prepared, and you could have the smallest thing break or have a bolt come loose or something, and you just don't have the tools to fix it. So that's kind of the point of this. I want to try and make this available to people as well. So we're just going to give you a quick little tour of what we have in here so far and what else we're going to get in here. Come along. I might have to move some things. Uno momento. We could always LS swap this. That'd be our first LS swap of Ford Fusion. No, that would be pretty funny. Rear-wheel drive burnout car as a Ford Fusion LS. Not the point of this video. We'll come back to that in a year, but remember that. Remember that.
It's gonna happen.
Welcome to the shop. We are going to get lights for it, and then the generator inverter will have plugged in and plumbed in, or not plumbed in, just wired in so that we can have lights. I plan on putting an electric reel probably here, and then maybe a hose reel of some sort, so that we could literally just leave this mounted in the trailer and just pull a hose out. For now, we just have a regular hose and a compressor. All right, so what we've got so far, we've got an inverter, we've got a welder, air compressor, and we have a fully loaded toolbox. We picked up a Yukon toolbox. It's like a workbench style toolbox. These are all small tools or small items. Like, this isn't a big gas welder, it's a flux welder from Harbor Freight. But it would get the job done. If you broke a weld, if you need to repair something, it would get the job done. This is kind of just like break in case of emergency kind of trailer. This isn't meant that I'm gonna come and help you swap a whole engine out at a dirt drag or something. This is like, you know, we need to get a turbo, or we broke a V-band off of a flange, or melted a pipe, and we need to patch this thing back together for you to either get home or to hit one more round real quick. And I wanted all of these things to be somewhat lightweight also, so that it would be easy for us to move around. So for example, at Hub City Dirt Drags, once you start the Hub City Truck Challenge in the dirt drags, you cannot leave the staging lanes. You are allowed to fix and replace anything you want in the staging lanes. That is in the rules. So I don't want to lug over this massive air compressor, this massive welder. Let's say I broke a exhaust pipe. I don't want to have exhaust leaks, and I want to just roll my welder and carry my inverter over 10 layers of bubblegum welds on to make one more pass. I'm gonna do it. So that's the point of a lot of this, is to be as compact as possible. We also got a set of ramps from Harbor Freight, 3¼ ton ramps, so that a lot of our trucks are pretty low to the ground, so that we can get underneath them a little bit easier. Like the 5th gen, we had to drop the transpan out at Hub City Dirt Drags. It would have been a lot easier if I could have gotten it off the ground just a little bit. I'll show you some of what we got in the toolbox. Let me just work on my way back here. We are going to put some shelves in here and bring some spare parts with us as well. As you can tell, we have a 48RE in here. This is for Kenzie's truck. These 3 barrels or bins will be out of here as well, so that I can put a little stool in here that I can sit on. Hopefully we really never have to use this trailer, but this is just something I wanted to have to be a little bit better prepared. And as you can tell, it is not a large trailer, but Yeah, I think this is only a 6x10 or a 6x12 trailer. But Kenzie is usually going to be the one pulling this, so I didn't mind it being a little bit more compact. And I already had this trailer, so why not put it to use? All right, top drawer, your basic stuff. A couple swivels. We've got Allens, multiple types of Allens sockets, your general sockets, 12 points, 6 points, deep, shallow, chrome. Just your general service items, pry bars, ratchets, torque wrench, of course, just in case we ever have to like pull a cylinder head or something. Wrenches, combination wrenches. These are all Mac and a couple Snap-on. Blake flaring tool. I'm going to bring that. We have a Dremel as well for small repairs, like if we needed to repair some threads on a piece of hardware or a hydraulic fitting. That is super nice to have. And then disposables, roll-lock disc, and cutoff wheels. So these are definitely something that you don't really think of, but sometimes it just helps. Razor blades, obviously. Couple picks. These are miscellaneous. I still need to pick up an extra air hammer, but we've got air hammer bits, long extended ratchets for low profile applications, Cummins CP3 gear puller. I'm going to keep that with me as well. If someone ever needs to pull an injection pump, I will have that tool. I'm going to get a couple more specialty tools for like 6.0, IPR socket, things like that. 6.7 power stroke, injection line tool. Electrical repair items, heat shrink, wire terminals, wire nuts, things for repairing electrical. Bottom left, we've got tap and die sets, hammers, 3/8 torque wrench, have the 1/2-inch torque wrench up here, hammers, drill bits, and different types of bit adapters. So, your typical 3/8, 1/2-inch, 1/4-inch hex, full sets of tap and die, both metric and standard, all the way up to, I believe it'd be 9/16 for the standard, 14 mil for your metric. This drawer is going to be our impact and drill bit drawer, air tools. That's why, another reason why I wanted to have a compressor was because things like an air hammer, die grinders, it's a lot easier to, we are going to put a charging station in here for any Milwaukee tools that we use, but I wanted to have an air compressor as well, because if you're trying to clean something off, it's nice to have air nozzles for things like that. So we will have air tools as well. This is just some extra miscellaneous things. Screwdrivers, seal puller if you have a trans pump, seal go out in the front of your trans, or a pinion seal. That's nice to have. Sometimes, you can always do it with tools that aren't right for the job, but then just having a seal puller or something like that makes it go quicker and easier. Less chance of damaging something else and making it worse. So that's why I'm going to try and have the actual right tools in here for the repairs that we might have to do. Oh, this is my pliers drawer, vice grips, adjustable wrenches, hose grip pliers, pipe wrenches, snap ring pliers, wire cutters, electrical terminal repair pliers, and wire strippers. So this is a very loaded drawer up here. Empty drawer. This one is going to be Torx, Allen specialty sockets, triple square, swivels, extensions. So we do still have to pick up a few things, but this trailer would be very useful still the way it sits. I've got some more tools at the shop. We'll have the bench grinder wired in. I'm going to put string lights or just some sort of lights in here to light up the whole inside of the trailer. I want to clear out this back corner so I can have extra storage room, maybe put shelves, low profile shelves, and have a place that I can sit and maybe work. Yeah, we'll also have a jack, and I will be bringing spare parts for our trucks. And I mean, if you guys follow us, you know what trucks we have. We have a 6.4 burnout truck. We'll have our 3rd gen and our 5th gen. Parts will be limited until we get a larger trailer. We are going to have a built 48 with us. Not really sure how that would go if someone blew a trans, because this is not a cheap transmission, but if you wanted to buy it, I'd probably sell it to you. So this one's a full billet 48, upgraded input, output, intermediate, so that's probably a $11,000 transmission. But hey, if you needed it and you were extremely far away from home, maybe it would be worth it for you to just buy it then and there and be able to swap it and make it home. If not, I'll bring things like filters and fluid as well. Like when we were up at Hub City, I had to swap the trans filter on the 5th gen 48, fill it with fresh fluid. So 10 gallons and a handful of filters. That could maybe help you limp your truck home. So that's what we're gonna have with us at all the events going through the rest of this summer. If you see this little trailer floating around, that means we're ready and willing to help you get your truck going if our trucks are not broken and falling apart. If you're not fixing your truck, like right there with us, we will have a sign out sheet with just basic info, name, phone number, and what tool you took. Tools aren't free. I'm more than willing to let people borrow. But then this is also one of the things that someone could ruin it for everybody else. I'm okay to letting things out, but if you don't bring my stuff back and you don't contact me to get it back to me, then unfortunately this might have to end. But we're just, throwing it out there. I'm more than willing to help, but I'm not just going to let people take free tools. So I don't know how else to put that. So hopefully this can be something that can be beneficial, because I've been out at an event before and I'm like, man, I just need a 7/16 wrench, and I'm walking around or just jumper cables. Like, we're gonna get a set of jumper cables in here, but I walked around to so many people, I couldn't find a set of jumper cables, and finally, guy, that was at FP, and the burnout truck batteries were dead, because I think I left the key on. Yeah, we finally found some jumper cables, and they were the jankiest, old, crusty jumper cables that were on the planet. So it's just like, if you know somebody has stuff, we'll have stuff here, you can borrow it. Just please bring it back. That's all I ask. Happy racing, everybody, and happy burnouts. We like to see people beating on their trucks and breaking stuff, and having fun. We don't like to see people break stuff. I break too much stuff, and it gets old after a while, but we still keep going. We're going this weekend to go have some fun at Edgewater. Next week, we got UCC. We're gonna keep it rolling. That's just how we do. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you guys at the races.